Hi there, folks. I'm Saul Reisman here at Saul's Autotek, and today we're going to talk about a vehicle a little bit out of the ordinary. Now, if you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you're just getting started, you might be looking at a food truck or food cart-based business, and you might have realized that they're not the easiest to service. Most local mechanics don't have the right equipment or the size of the facility to handle these vehicles, and a lot of them simply don't want the liability of dealing with something that may have been substantially modified and is different than what it was from the factory because it poses substantial mechanical challenges. Today we're here with Burger Chief. Now, we've known Burger Chief for a long time. These are good friends of ours, and these are also fellow people in the automotive community. However, to keep their vehicle on the road, they don't have the time to spend fixing their own vehicle. They've got to run their trucks so they can sell some burgers. And if they're not out in this truck selling burgers, they're not making any money to pay their bills or to pay their mechanic. So we want to make sure we get them on the road in a timely fashion with the right repair every single time. Now, I'm standing here at the order window because I love their burgers, but we're going to show you a few things up front on the vehicle. This vehicle came in with a few concerns, and it really hadn't been in service in quite a few years. Now, most food trucks are old Chevy P30 trucks that have been retrofitted, or they might be a Ford diesel or Dodge diesel that used to be a parcel delivery vehicle, food truck or bread truck, and then was eventually converted to where it's at now. That's the case with this guy. Now, the vehicle itself is a Ford E-Series Super Duty truck with a van body that's essentially been modified to fit all of their food necessities on it. Whether that means a 13-foot tall vent on top that does clear our castle lift bays so that we can get it up in the air and service it, or substantial interior modifications that require suspension upgrades to handle the weight, we want to make sure that it lasts as long as possible and that it can stay on the road so these guys can be out there selling you cheeseburgers so they can make $1 and you can have cheeseburgers, mainly because I enjoy their food. Now, the reason the vehicle came in was a few different performance concerns. Now, one thing that we often talk about vans compared to trucks is that a van, where you're sitting in the passenger compartment, is much further forward than in a pickup truck. Rather than having a large hood and a huge front end like a full-size pickup would, they tried to compact things underneath it because the box on the back is so long, you don't want this huge, long monstrosity of a vehicle. You want it as short as compact as possible so you can navigate it through dense urban areas, like this guy that might be at the Civic Center Urban Eats. As a result, it means some of the services that we'd be doing under hood can't really be done under hood, and typically shouldn't be left to your regular around-the-corner mechanic because of the difficulty of access. Now, if it's something as simple as an oil change, oil filter, sure, no problem. But let's take a look inside and show you what we're here for today. The vehicle had some performance concerns that actually led to a fuel injection lift pump failure. Now, the injection lift pump in a turbo diesel V8 is actually located in the valley of the V8 engine, below the turbocharger, all the way to the back of the engine. In the case of this vehicle, that means removing what we call the doghouse that sits over the front center of the vehicle in order to get to the turbocharger, which we've gone and pulled off to the side, that sits over the top center. Now, if we're looking from an accessibility standpoint, this guy is buried. It's directly underneath the radio in the dashboard, and it gets to 1400 degrees where that exhaust runs directly across the top. The reason I'm talking about this vehicle is because this is not something that is done by your typical mechanic. It's often a difficult repair and can definitely be a time-consuming process. Here at Saul's Autotek, we employ ASE-certified master technicians so that we can make sure you get the right repair every single time with the best technician in the quickest time frame possible. In the case of this truck, we're here working at 5 a.m. on a Saturday to get this guy back on the road because we know that Monday through Friday, he's servicing the local business community during their lunch hour. That means we're going to work through the weekend, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, to make sure that our fleet vehicles stay on the road. If you've got a food truck or any other fleet vehicle and you want to guarantee that you get the best repair in the timeliest fashion with the best hands every time, come and see us here at Saul's Autotek. Whether it's a 30-year-old food truck that's been converted and retrofitted or a brand new fleet of modern F-150s, we can get you taken care of. We partner with all of the direct dealerships to get you the fastest parts at the most competitive prices, and we employ ASE Master Certified technicians so that you get the best result right now, so you can keep serving your customer. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon.